all on the Watchtower starts with these three classic chords. Okay, now what we're actually playing here chord-wise is a B major, a C sharp minor, and an A major chord. Now the original recording, it's actually an acoustic guitar that plays this, but I thought what we'd do is we'd look at playing it electric and also kind of play it more like in a Jimi style. So what I'm starting off with is a B major chord. Now what I'm doing here is I'm batting at the 7th fret on the B and E strings with my first finger. Then my second finger plays 8th fret that G string. And my third finger plays 9th fret the D string. So I'm playing a little half bar B major chord there. But my thumb also comes over the top to play that B and the low E string. And it naturally mutes that A string there. Now if you've never played these type of chords before, don't think too much about trying to reach all the way around with that thumb there. It should really just kind of be naturally hooked in the top, and it will naturally, as I say, catch that A string. Okay, so that's our first chord, B major. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide that up 2 frets to a C sharp minor. Now what changes here is my first finger is now batting across the G, B and E strings at the 9th fret, and my third finger is on the 11th fret the D string there. So it's a little half bar C sharp minor chord, and my thumb is on 9th fret of that E string there. Same kind of, Jimi style as before. Okay, so it starts from B, goes to C sharp minor, goes back to B, and then we go down 2 frets with that B shape to an A. So you just take that same shape there and just go down 2 frets. Rhythmically though, what we're doing is we're playing this B twice. Then I go up 2 frets and play the C sharp minor 4 times. And there's a little rest, there's a little gap. Then I go down to the B, play that twice. And then I play this A 4 times with a little gap. Next we have our little intro solo. So the first phrase sounds like this. Okay, now what I'm doing here is, really this is all a C sharp kind of pentatonic minor. Or you could say C sharp Dorian I suppose as well, but it's mostly C sharp kind of pentatonic minor, little solo. So what I'm starting off with is I'm going to slide up my middle finger, my second finger here, to 13th fret of the G string. And it doesn't really matter where you slide from, it's where you're going to that's important with these kind of slides. So I'm ending at that 13th fret in the G string there. My first finger plays 12th fret the B string. Then I'm going to do 4 bends in a row from the 14th fret, bending up a whole step, so I'm aiming for that note at the 16th fret in the B string. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that 4th one I hold and put a bit of vibrato on the end. Next little phrase sounds like this. And what I'm doing, I've done obviously 4 bends in the 14th fret there. 1, 2, 3, 4, bit of vibrato. Then what I've got, holding that bend, I do a little release bend. So I'm bending up there, whole step in the 14th fret, the B string with the 3rd finger. Hit it, release. First finger plays 12th fret the B string. Then I do a little grace note slide with my first finger from 11 to 13 on the G string. And then I go back to 11th fret on that G string and I hit it 3 times. And then I slide that off. So that little phrase slowly goes. Okay, so when you put together the first bit, next little phrase sounds like this. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to slide up 3rd finger to 11th fret of the D string there. And my first finger plays 9, then 11 on the G string. Immediately after that, I do a whole step bend with my 3rd finger. So I'm aiming for that 13th fret there. Then I release that bend and play the 11th fret, the G string with no bend. Then I do a bend again. And then once I'm holding that bend, I pick the string to do a release bend. First finger goes to 9th fret. And then my 3rd finger goes to 11th fret on the D string there. The last little phrase sounds like this. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to hammer and pull off 9 to 11 on the B string with the 1st and 3rd finger, nice and quick. And what I'm also doing here is I'm batting the B and G strings at the 9th fret with the 1st finger. So what I do is I go, then after I've done that, hammer and pull off, my 1st finger plays 9th fret the G string. So it's a little phrase together sounds like this. Then I take my third finger and I'm going to bend up a whole step from the 12th fret in the B string and get a bit of vibrato at the end of that. And I end it off by playing a bend at the 12th fret up a whole step, but I slide off down the neck, so I kind of go. Okay, so that whole little phrase at the end sounds like this. Putting all the sections together, this is what you get. First section. Second section. Third section. Last section.